We're joined by John Horack. He's the Neil Armstrong Chair in Aerospace Policy at Ohio State University. John, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate it.
So, John, a big move here. China recently launching the world's first quantum satellite, which is designed to establish ultra-secure quantum communications. John, what exactly does that mean? What are quantum communications?
So this is one of the most difficult things I think that you might have to explain in the course of a television program between us. But suffice it to say that at very, very small spatial scales, the universe works very differently than it does, let's say, as we see it in our normal day-to-day existence. The duality between particles and waves becomes something that an object can act like a particle or a wave. And what we're really trying to do here, what the Chinese system does, as well as systems on the ground that already implement this technology, is to take advantage of this very unique behavior of the universe at small scales to move the secret sauce of encrypting information out of the realm of mathematics and into the realm of Mother Nature, where Mother Nature can't be fooled as easily.
All right. Good effort. No one's expecting to get a PhD in 5 minutes on the television, but what are the practical applications of this? Is it all about encrypted communication?
Yeah, so there are many, many applications that I think you will see. Basically, the Chinese satellite Micius will send pairs of photons, little particles of light, to two separate areas on the surface of the Earth. And these photons are entangled with each other in such a way that you can lock up a very secure channel between those two entities and use that key to communicate data. Now, once you've set that up, that data could be credit card information, that data could be a photograph that you want to send, it could be any kind of data that we think about sending normally. It's just wrapped in a better encryption package than you might otherwise be able to use.
But is it hack-proof? This is being touted as hack-proof technology. Is that accurate?
So is it hack-proof? You'll never be able to remove what I'll call the bad actors in the system. And so there will always be opportunities for mischief where people in the system, who are really the weakest part of any security network, could indeed get in and mess around. But what is true is that there's no way to build like a supercomputer or an ultra-fast computational machine that could work through the mathematics of finding what your key is, because we've taken that and moved that encryption scheme into, as I said, Mother Nature's hands, so that the Turing machine can't be created to crack Enigma, for example.
Okay. All right. So the main task of the satellite is to potentially secure communications against cyber attacks and global electronic surveillance. So John, what kind of advantage does that give China then globally?
Well, so China is one of the leaders in space, just as the United States and Russia and India and many other nations. China is leading in this particular area. And so one of the neat things about the Micius experiment is it's taking things that are going on the ground and done over, let's say, spatial scales of a few tens of meters or hundreds of kilometers, and implementing this on a planet-wide scale. And this is a test and evaluation, kind of a bench laboratory satellite where things will be tested, proved out, shown to work, and then in the next 2 or let's say 3 decades, perhaps faster if we're more fortunate, you'll then see this make its way into our everyday lives, much like you might think lasers when I was a little boy, very exotic, high-powered things, very expensive, and now we have them in laser pointers and in CD players, and they're everywhere.
That's a very interesting point. Now, this has been touted as a game-changing technology. Is it to that level, and how soon are we going to be able to see this applied commercially?
Well, in my view, yes, it's a game-changing technology. Where we will run into a good room for debate is what exactly will the changes be. But we have seen in this implementation on the ground, we have, for example, a quantum encryption network here in Columbus, Ohio, between downtown and a suburb. It's a very, very secure way and a very elegant way to secure your data. And so anytime you need to provide heightened security for your data, more security around your communications, or other ways to wrap up secrets and things that you and I perhaps would want to share over a wire, but not let anyone else know about, this is a great encryption technology, has a great promise to do that more safely. And frankly, we don't like it when our credit cards get hacked and pulled out of someone's database. Those kinds of things make real differences for everyone on the ground.
So do you see this technology being applied mostly to the financial sector? Which industries or sectors are poised to benefit from this first, and how big can the market for this be?
So when Kepler first determined sort of the laws of orbits, if you had told Kepler that there would be entire government agencies dedicated to making things and people go so fast that they would orbit the Earth, he would have thought you were crazy. So it's very hard to put out a number, but we see today many industries where the transfer of information is absolutely the essential kernel of what makes that industry go. E-commerce, finance, you name it, banking, everything where information gets transacted it has the opportunity to use this quantum encryption technology in the future to make those transactions more secure so that you and the provider of that transaction can be more confident that that transaction will proceed as intended without any adverse consequences.